Hey there, cat guardians. Jackson Galaxy here, and let me tell you, I've seen my fair share of feline shenanigans. We love our cats, treat them like royalty, and sometimes that means they end up a little spoiled. But hey, who can blame us? Those purrs, those head boops, they work their magic. So today we're diving into the world of pampered kitties. We're talking 12 signs your cat is living the high life. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. So buckle up, grab some catnip for you and your little fur ball, and let's get into it. We're going to break down all the telltale signs of a spoiled cat, from the obvious to the more subtle clues. Remember, this isn't about judging anyone. It's all about understanding our cats better and making sure we're giving them what they need, even if it means indulging their inner king or queen. So whether you're a seasoned cat parent or just starting out, stick around. You might just learn a thing or two about your own pampered puss. All right, let's kick things off with a classic sign of a spoiled kitty: multiple beds. Now, I'm not just talking about a regular old cat bed in a cardboard box, though let's be real, cats love those too. I'm talking about a veritable smorgasbord of sleeping options. We're talking plush beds, heated pads, maybe even a little hammock by the window. Sound familiar? You see, our feline friends are natural napping enthusiasts. They like to have options to choose their sleeping arrangements based on their mood, the temperature, or maybe even the position of the sun. And hey, who can blame them? Variety is the spice of life, right? So if your cat has more sleeping spots than you can count on one hand, well, they might just be a little spoiled. But hey, as long as they're happy and comfy, who are we to judge? Okay, let's talk about another major sign your cat might be living the high life: their diet. Now, I'm not talking about just any old kibble here. I'm talking about the good stuff, the gourmet meals, the kind of food that makes your cat turn their nose up at anything else. Think about it. Does your cat dine on premium brands with exotic proteins like salmon, duck, or even venison? Do they turn their whiskers up at the mere mention of generic brands? Do you find yourself carefully selecting food based on your cat's discerning palate? If so, you might have a true gourmand on your hands. Gourmet cat food often boasts higher quality ingredients tailored to a cat's specific dietary needs. It can be pricier, sure, but for some cat parents it's worth every penny to see their feline companion thrive. And hey, who are we to deny our furry friends a little culinary indulgence? All right, let's talk about grooming. Now, every cat needs a good brush now and then, right? It helps with shedding, prevents hairballs, and keeps their coat healthy. But a truly spoiled cat, they're living the spa life. Regular trips to the groomer for a luxurious bath, a fancy haircut, maybe even a little paw dicure. I'm talking the works, people. And hey, if you're handy with a brush and some cat-safe shampoo, your spoiled little buddy might even let you pamper them at home. The point is, if your feline friend is rocking a perfectly groomed coat thanks to your dedicated efforts, well, they might just be a little spoiled. And you know what? That's okay. A little pampering never hurt anyone. We all know cats love to play, right? It's in their DNA, but some cats, well, they aren't satisfied with just any old toy. No, these feline connoisseurs demand the best of the best designer cat toys. We're talking handcrafted mice stuffed with organic catnip, feather wands adorned with shimmering jewels, and interactive puzzles that would make Einstein scratch his head. Now, I'm all for giving your cat enriching and stimulating toys, but if you're dropping serious cash on the latest feline fashion toys, you might have a spoiled kitty on your hands. And hey, if it brings them joy, who are we to judge? Just remember, the most valuable toy is often your time and attention. So, put down the diamond-encrusted catnip mouse and engage in some good old-fashioned play. Now, a collar with an ID tag is essential for any cat, especially if they ever wander out. But some cat parents take it a step further, outfitting their furry friends with personalized accessories fit for a king or queen. We're talking custom-made collars with their name engraved in rhinestones, personalized name tags with their cute little faces on them, maybe even a tiny sweater with their initials. Listen, I get it, we love to show off our cats, but if your feline friend has a wardrobe that rivals yours, well, they might just be a little spoiled. And you know what? That's okay. A little bit of personalized flair can be fun. Just make sure it's safe, comfortable, and doesn't interfere with their natural feline awesomeness. All right, let's talk about food, folks. And no, I don't mean just any old kibble. We're talking about those cats who dine like royalty. Does your feline friend turn their nose up at regular cat food? Do they demand salmon-infused morsels and chicken in gravy? Listen, I get it. We want our fur babies to enjoy their meals. But if you're forking over top dollar for specially formulated, organic, grain-free, free-range, hand-fed cat food, well, you might just have a spoiled kitty on your hands. And hey, maybe they have a sensitive stomach or allergies. That's totally legit. But if your vet has given the all clear and your cat is still living the gourmet life, they might just be playing you. Remember, cats are masters of manipulation. Those big eyes and soft meows can convince you to do just about anything, including buying that expensive food they need. So next time you're at the pet store, take a good hard look at that shopping cart. Are you catering to your cat's every whim? Or are you setting healthy boundaries? Remember, a little tough love never hurt anyone, especially when it comes to your cat's diet. Now, this next sign of a spoiled cat might surprise you. It's about those regular trips to the vet. Wait, Jackson, you might be saying, isn't that just being a responsible cat owner? And you're absolutely right. Taking your cat for annual checkups is crucial for their health. But we're not just talking about those yearly visits. We're talking about those cats who see their vet more often than you see your dentist. Those cats who get their nails trimmed every other week, their teeth brushed daily, and their ears cleaned with the precision of a brain surgeon. Look, I'm all for keeping our cats healthy, but there's a fine line between responsible care and pure pampering. If you're constantly rushing your cat to the vet for every little sneeze or sniffle, they might just be playing you for a free ride in the cat carrier. Remember, cats are incredibly intuitive creatures. They pick up on our anxieties and fears. So if you're freaking out over every little thing, they'll learn to mirror that behavior. Relax, trust your gut, and remember that a little dirt never hurt any cat. Let's be real, folks. Cats are the ultimate rulers of their domain. And what do all good rulers need? A throne room fit for a king, or in this case, a cat. Now, I'm not talking about a simple cardboard box, though, let's be honest, most cats prefer those. I'm talking about elaborate cat trees, scratching posts taller than your refrigerator, and catwalks that would make a supermodel jealous. If your living room looks like a jungle gym designed by a cat-obsessed interior decorator, you might just have a spoiled feline on your hands. And hey, there's no judgment here. Providing stimulating environments for our cats is important, but when your furniture budget starts to rival your own, it might be time to reevaluate. Remember, cats are natural climbers and explorers. They crave vertical space, scratching surfaces, and cozy hideouts. But that doesn't mean you need to break the bank to keep them entertained. Get creative. DIY projects, repurposed furniture, and even strategically placed shelves can provide just as much enrichment as those fancy pet store setups. And trust me, your cat won't know the difference. All right, cat guardians, let's talk about prime real estate. No, not for you, for your feline overlord. You know what I'm talking about. Those window perches that give your cat a bird's eye view of the world. Now, a simple seat in the windowsill, that's one thing. But if you've gone and installed elaborate shelves, hammocks, or even entire catios just so Fluffy can watch the squirrels, well, you might have a spoiled cat on your hands. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. Cats are naturally curious creatures. They love to observe their surroundings, and what better way to do that than from a comfy perch with a panoramic view? Providing these high-altitude havens not only indulges their instincts, but also gives them a sense of security and control over their territory. Think about it. In the wild, cats seek out high vantage points to survey their domain, hunt for prey, and avoid becoming prey themselves. It's in their DNA. So when you give your house cat a window perch, you're essentially recreating that natural environment and allowing them to engage in those primal behaviors. Plus, let's be honest, it's pretty darn cute watching them bask in the sunbeams, chirping at birds and judging the neighborhood happenings. Just be prepared for the occasional paw swipe at the window when the mailman gets too close. Remember, safety first. Secure those perches properly and make sure the windows are screened if your cat is prone to daredevil escapes. We live in a world of smart technology, and guess what? Our cats deserve in on the action. That's right, we're talking about all those cool gadgets designed to make your cat's life even more pawsome. Now, I'm not talking about dressing them up in robot costumes, although that would be hilarious. I'm talking about things that actually enrich their lives, like automatic feeders, water fountains, and yes, even pet cameras. Let's start with those fancy feeders. Listen, I get it. We all have busy lives, and sometimes remembering to fill the food bowl falls by the wayside. But for a cat, especially one used to a routine, a missed meal can be a major source of stress. An automatic feeder ensures they get their kibble on time every time. Plus, some even come with portion control features, which is great for those of us with cats who think they're bottomless pits. And speaking of hydration, let's talk water fountains. You see, cats are notoriously bad at drinking enough water. It's a desert dweller thing, but a flowing water source, that's way more enticing than a stagnant bowl. Fountains mimic a natural stream, encouraging your cat to drink more and stay properly hydrated. Trust me, their kidneys will thank you for it. And then there are pet cameras. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jackson, are you saying I should be spying on Mr. Whiskers all day? Well, not exactly, but having a camera can be a great way to check in on your cat while you're away, especially if they have any health concerns or separation anxiety. Plus, it's just plain entertaining to watch them go about their day, batting at toys, napping in sunbeams, and plotting world domination, you know, the usual cat stuff. All right, cat guardians, let's talk about those special sleeping arrangements you might have for your feline overlord. Now, we all know cats love a good nap, right? They're practically professionals at it. But some of these pampered felines, they ain't settling for just any old spot on the rug. Oh no, these furry friends have graduated to the big leagues. We're talking about prime real estate, like your bed for starters, and not just any corner of the bed, mind you, but smack dab in the middle, sprawled out like they own the place. And if they're not hogging your sleep space, they've got their own custom sleeping arrangements. Think heated cat beds, orthopedic memory foam cushions, maybe even a little cat-sized canopy bed fit for a king or queen. I've seen it all, folks. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing inherently wrong with giving your cat a comfy place to snooze. But if you're finding yourself relegated to the edge of the bed or tripping over elaborate cat beds in every room, well, you might just have a spoiled kitty on your hands. Okay, folks, this next sign of a spoiled cat might just be the icing on the catnip cake. We're talking about celebrating birthdays and holidays for your cat. Yep, you heard me right. I'm talking full-blown parties complete with cat-themed decorations, special meals, and maybe even a few gifts. Listen, I'm all for showing our cats love, but throwing a birthday bash with all the trimmings, that's next-level spoiling. And let's not forget the holidays. Some of these pampered felines get their own stockings hung by the chimney with care, filled to the brim with catnip toys and gourmet treats. And it's not just about the presents, oh no. Some cat guardians even go all out with festive costumes for their furry companions. Think tiny Santa hats, elf ears, the whole 9 yards. Now, while it might seem a little over the top to some, I get it. These furry creatures worm their way into our hearts, and sometimes we just can't resist showering them with love, especially during special occasions. But hey, if you're going to spoil your cat, you might as well go all out, right? Well, there you have it, folks. 12 signs your feline friend might just be living the high life. From gourmet meals and designer toys to personalized accessories and even birthday celebrations, we've covered it all. But remember, whether your cat exhibits one or all of these signs, the most important thing is that you love and care for them in a way that makes both of you happy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a date with a certain furry friend named Benjamin. He's promised me a tuna melt if I scratch behind his ears just right.